Tonight, Hall High School is where your Mendota Trojans will be taking on Spring Valley. It's the Trojans taking on the Red Devils. We'll have that game for you on Classic Country 100.1 WGLC. I'm Charles Van Horn alongside Aaron Pelican. Trojans looking to rebound after last week's, well, I guess disappointing game for sure against Princeton.
That's a nice way to put it. Very disappointing week last week, and that was the second week this year they've given up 500-plus yards on defense, so I think the key to tonight's game is going to be defense. They have a player over there, Matt Krasetich. He's a heck of a ball player. He gets a lot of yards on the ground through the air, and he's a receiver as well, so defense is going to be the key here tonight. Make some tackles, make the fundamental plays, and give yourself a chance to win on offense.
Trojans beat this team last year. Now, the rivalry between these two clubs goes back quite a ways, but the Trojans left that conference a few years ago, and now they're back, and it's a rivalry renewed. This is Mendota's first visit to Hall in a number of years. They're going to face a home crowd, and the Red Devils, with only one win this season, are looking to turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely. They have some ball players on their side of the field, a new coach or a second-term coach. He's been here before. So like you said, it was kind of an old rivalry renewed, a new coach or an old coach renewed in a way. So there's a lot of storylines here. Tonight's going to be fired up here in the stands. The crowd's going to show up, and they're going to be fired up as well. So it's going to be a fun game here in Spring Valley.
And, of course, the Mendota Trojans, they certainly want to bounce back after that loss to Princeton. They're going to be fired up. We talked to Coach Keegan Hill before tonight's contest.
Take it away, Coach.
Did you really just do... Here's Coach. Talking to Coach Keegan Hill ahead of tonight's contest against Spring Valley. Before we talk about the game against Hall, we do have to talk about what happened last week. Got to say, disappointing home opener. I'm sure a lot of things to digest in that game, especially what fell apart in that second quarter. But let's talk first about what did go right in that game for you guys.
Great atmosphere, great showing from our fans. The fundraiser night went excellent. Our emotion in the first quarter and, putting ourselves in a position to score and potentially take the lead, those are all things that we did well. And, after that, not so much, but, we did start off with some positive energy and an opportunity to capture momentum.
That second quarter, things fell apart and quick. We know Princeton was going to have a high-powered offense. We know that they are exceptionally skilled. We know there's a reason that program is what it is. What do you think you guys need to work on to sort of take on teams of that caliber later in the season?
Team sport of football is, really one of the best team sports because it's 11-man unit working together. So if we have 8 or 9 guys doing their job and 2 or 3 in the wrong spot, especially if with teams balanced like Princeton, like you're going to get exposed. So, getting all 11 people to be in the right spots on offense, defense, and special teams is where we need to improve.
A rivalry game tonight, a rivalry renewed, of course. Used to be many years of battles between Mendota and Hall. I expect tonight to be no different. Visiting Hall, going to be your first time playing against them in Spring Valley. And what are you looking forward to in this game? How do you think the boys will do tonight?
Oh, it's going to be fun. Second year of this conference, and 2 teams that are looking for a win. Our guys want to play well and show what they're capable of, and the other team does too. So, chance to go on the road again and show what we're capable of is exciting.
Who do you think's really stepped up in the last week or two? Who are some players on the team that are certainly getting up to speed and really becoming a valuable part of this program?
The interior of our offensive line played very, very well last week and continue to do that this week in practice. So seniors Neil Linden, Jordan Coney, and Landon Kreiser, they played well on Friday, and we expect them to continue to play well in the future.
Now, a tough question. Per IHSA rules, I scoured them substantially from one end to the other. There is nothing against a golden retriever being a part of the roster. Any chance Kobe, the golden retriever, could make the team by the end of the season?
I'm going to put my chips on no.
Thank you, Coach. Go get him tonight.
Thanks. Go Trojans.
So Mendota Trojans football will be on the air on Classic Country 100.1 WGLC. We'll have that game for you starting about 6:50. Weather tonight could be a factor.
Absolutely. As we found out firsthand, it's a slippery one out here tonight. The stands are very slippery, as Charles, my guy here, Charles, could tell you.
Maybe.
Slippery stands out here tonight, slippery field. The ball's going to get wet. I think it's going to be a lot of ground and pound out here tonight, and we'll see which team comes out on top.
So we'll see what this does to the passing game. We'll see what happens. We'll have the game for you on, of course, the radio, Classic Country 100.1 WGLC, and streaming online at WGLC.net. I'm Charles Van Horn alongside Aaron Pelican. Are we done?
Cut.
Okay, we're done.